Okay. Excellent. So we are going to actually start seated today. So find your way into a comfortable seat. Let your eyes close. Just begin to breathe. We made it. Hard part's over. You're here. Okay. Soften the shoulders. Just begin to inhale up. So get nice and tall as you inhale. And then soften the shoulders as you exhale, but keep that lift in the belly. And inhale, draw the belly in and up. Exhale, let the shoulders relax down, but keep that engagement of the abdominals as you exhale. So last weekend, I went skiing, and I'm not much of a skier. I can ski, but I don't ski very often. And I probably haven't skied in 2 years, I would say. So I always get nervous. Keep your eyes closed. Just bring your arms up and over your head. Thread your fingers together. Let your palms face up. But again, draw your attention into your shoulders. And I get in my own head a lot when it comes to skiing. I get really nervous. I'm going to fall and hurt myself. I'm at that age where like a fall from skiing is going to not be a quick recovery. Let the arms float down to your side. And then walk the arms behind you, the hands behind you, and we're going to plant the feet. So nice and wide, knees out. Good, that'd be good. And we're just going to start to sway. Nice wide movements in the knees. So about halfway through the first day, I really felt like good. And the wind started picking up. And I had this moment where the wind was so strong that we're coming down the mountain, but it was slowing us down so much that you had to make a choice. And a lot of the people around me were like using their poles and digging in and, trying to fight the wind and get that speed back. Okay, the next time you flip the knees over to the right, you're going to come all the way up and lift the left arm up. Right? So we're just going to add to this movement. Yep, lift the hip. And then exhale, float it all the way down, lift the knees, bring them over to the other side, sweep the right arm up and lift. And exhale, lower it all the way down. We'll come back and forth. Do that a few times. So I saw that all around me. People were just like trying to fight the wind. They want to keep up their speed. They're feeling good about how fast they were going before the wind picked up. But I just stopped and I let the wind, I surrendered into the wind, and it almost felt like I was flying. I wasn't moving very fast, but I didn't have to do anything. I was softening into the resistance, and it was this amazing feeling. So the wind died down just as quickly as it came up, and we kept going down the mountain, and we skied the rest of the day, and it was excellent. So come back to center now. Maybe do the left side one last time. I think I started on my right, and we're gonna sweep our way all the way around onto our hands and knees. So I thought about that a lot over the ensuing 2 days after that. Let's just do our regular cat-cow. So arch and round. About what that felt like to just soften into the resistance. And that became kind of my mantra for the rest of the time on my skis and for all of us this week. Right. So this practice is designed to just help us soften into the resistance. Whatever we encounter in the body, we're just gonna surrender into it. We don't need to push past. We don't need to get anywhere. We don't need to go faster, harder, stronger. We're just going to soften. Okay, so come to a neutral spine. We're just going to do a little experiment. The first thing we're going to do is round through the upper back. So we're going to protract the shoulder blades, so they're going to wrap around towards the front. And we're just going to mobilize the lower back, the sacrum. So it might be a little hard for you guys to see from home, but the upper back's going to stay rounded, and we're just going to move the pelvis. So arch and round through the lower back. Can you guys all see that? So you're keeping that nice rounded upper back, even more if you can, Alice. Yep, and then just tipping the pelvis and rounding the pelvis. So we're just arching and rounding the lower back. So we're paying attention and just soften into that lower spine, keeping that rounding of the upper back. Okay, so let's come back to neutral now. And now we're gonna arch the upper back. So you're gonna retract the shoulder blades. They're gonna come towards each other. Your chest is gonna come a little more forward. And you're gonna hold that position in your upper back as you do the same thing with your pelvis. So we're gonna round a little bit, and then we're gonna arch. And round through the pelvis, and arch through the lower back. Right, so we're tucking in, and then we're arching, but we're keeping that nice, strong arching of the upper back at the same time. All right, release all that out. Just wiggle it around. So it's an exercise in holding steady and then sort of surrendering into a different part of your spine. So we're gonna take the right leg and lift it behind us. And as you exhale, we're going to bend the knee and draw it in towards the nose. Good. Inhale the right leg behind. If you want to add the left arm, go ahead. Exhale, round it all in. Good. 2 more. Inhale, nice and long. Exhale, we're going to curl and round. Flex the foot if you can. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl and round. And then inhale, nice and long. Set the left hand back down. Keep the right leg lifted. Flex the foot. And then float the right leg out to the right. So here we go. Right, we're already feeling resistance. So just allow yourself to soften into it. It's okay. Those sensations that we feel, it's okay. And then we're going to bend the knee and step the right foot all the way forward towards the outer edge of the mat. And let's just shift around a little. So towards straightening, but don't have to be there yet. Back and forth here. So how do we soften into the resistance? Because when we do, we get this feeling of freedom, like we're flying. Like there is something bigger than us that we are allowing guide us. And it can be really comforting. So bring that right leg back behind you, set the right knee to the mat, and lift the left leg down. The first one we did was just the knee to the nose. So round the knee to the nose. As you inhale, bring the left leg back, let the right arm reach forward, and maybe draw it all in. Inhale, we'll lengthen here. Exhale, we're gonna curl and round. Good, again, inhale, nice and long, flex the foot, reach the fingers. Exhale, curl and round. Good. And again, inhale. And exhale. Okay, getting nice and long, setting the right hand back down, float the left leg all the way to the left. So we're flexing the foot, we're hovering it, we're feeling potentially lots of resistance in the body. So just soften, surrender. It helps to even just say that, soften in your mind, soften, soften. And then step the left foot forward. And we're gonna move back and forth. So you're wiggling forward into the knee, back, check things out here. Good. Breathing. I'm just pasting the music back into the chat again for anyone who joined us late. If you wanna listen to music, start on the second song. All right, we're gonna come back to our hands and knees. Let's put the pieces together in our cat cow. So the whole spine's gonna arch, upper and lower back at the same time. We're arching. And then the whole spine's gonna round at the same time. So we protract the shoulder blades and press into that lower spine. Belly draws in, curl the toes under, find your downward dog. And do what you need to do here. So moving things, bending the knees. Shifting around. What do you need to soften into today? How do we surrender that feeling where you just are being taken on a path and you go with it? Start to walk the feet towards the hands. So let's find our little baby step. Making your way towards the top of the mat. I just started the third song, I believe. So if you're joining us late. Good. Let's begin to roll up nice and slow. Good. As you inhale, bring your arms all the way around and up. As you exhale, forward fold. So bend your knees if you need to. This is just going to be a nice, juicy flow today. Inhale, find your flat back here. Exhale is going to move us to our high plank. Let's hold our high plank for the inhale, first one. Good. Think about that little arch in the upper back we worked on last week, right? Keeping the heart a little lifted as we lower through chaturanga or knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, nice high cobra. Press into the hands, lift the chest. Exhale, rolls you back, downward dog. What can we soften into? The resistance that we feel in the body, we can fight it, we can work through it, we can pound ourselves mentally and physically, but sometimes it's just much more powerful and freeing to just soften into it. Let it take you where it needs to take you. Next, inhale, high on your toes. Next, exhale, bend your knees, hop, step, float the feet to the hands. Inhale, find your flat back. Good, nice. Exhale, forward fold, head hangs. Inhale, arms are gonna reach around and up, palms touch. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. All right, again, Namaskar A, arms around and up. Exhale, we're gonna forward fold. Inhale, flat back here. Exhale, moves us right through our plank, chaturanga. Inhale, high cobra lift. Exhale, rolls us back, downward dog. I found out a cool thing this week. I met another Allison, and she said, do you know what our name means? And I said, no. She's like, it means truth. Like, that is pretty cool. My name means truth. That's always been my goal, right? Speak the truth, so feels good. My name matches up with that. Okay, next inhale, high on your toes, please. Exhale, bend your knees, hop step or float the feet to the hands. Inhale, we're gonna find that lengthening of the spine, just soften into the resistance. Exhale, forward, hold. Let's inhale into Utkatasana, chair. Good. So we couldn't do our practice today with that skier's pose, right? So from our Utkatasana, we're gonna come to skier. You're gonna bring the arms behind you, palms face up. You're gonna lift off the heels, work towards straightening the knees, but you may need to keep them bent. Okay. What I want you to think about is the belly drawing in, so navel to spine, and then a slight round in that lower back. So we spend a little time there, right? That rounding. Good. Okay, inhale back to Utkatasana. Soften in, arms float up. Exhale, it's forward fold. Inhale, flat back here, lengthen. Exhale, floats us through our plank, chaturanga. Skip whatever you need to for your practice today. We are softening. We are surrendering. Exhale it back, downward dog. So you're on this journey with me, but you get to decide what you take and what you leave along the way. Plant your left foot, step your right foot forward, warrior one, arms reach up to the sky, bending into the right knee. Beautiful. And exhale, floats the hands all the way to the mat. Inhale back to our plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale it back, downward dog. Second side. So plant your right foot, step your left foot forward, warrior one. Inhale the arms up, bend into the knees, soften the shoulders, Alice. Good. And exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale it back, downward dog. 5 full breaths here. Maybe it's a child's pose for you. Next inhale, we're gonna come high on the toes. Next exhale, bend your knees, hop, step, or float the feet to the hands. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, let's fold forward. Okay, inhale, Utkatasana. So chair. As you exhale, we're gonna find that skier's pose. So palms face up, squeeze your triceps, little tip of the lower back, belly draws in. As you inhale, back to our chair, Utkatasana. But this time as we stand up, we're gonna lift the left knee up towards the chest. Good. All right, if you want more, you're straightening the leg, but if you need to soften into where you are, keep the knee bent, okay? As you exhale, we're gonna swing the leg back behind us. We're coming through a warrior three, but bring your arms out. It's like an airplane, right? We're flying today. And then bend your right knee. Left knee is gonna come to the mat. We're right into Anjaneyasana. Beautiful. Breathe here, shoulders soften. As you exhale, hands come down, curl the back toes under, lift your back knee and lift your right toes. So we can bend and straighten here. We don't have to stay straight. Soften into the resistance in your body. What is it, right? How do you soften into it? And then bend into your right knee. Keep the left hand grounded. Float your right arm up to the sky. Let's find a twist. Good. Exhale, set the right hand down. Inhale, we're gonna come to a three-legged dog. And then set the right toes down, round forward, come to your plank as you inhale. Exhale, that little arch in the upper back, chaturanga. Inhale, high cobra. Exhale, brings us back, downward dog. Right leg will lift, same side. Knee is gonna draw to the nose, round forward, step the foot in between the hands. Arms come out like airplane wings. Come on, let's come back into our plane, float it up. Good, knee draws into the chest, back where we started. Here we are, Utkatasana. Exhale, let's find our skier's pose. Palms face up, squeeze those triceps. As you come on back into Utkatasana, that right knee is gonna draw up, so lifting with you, right? Just surrender into the resistance. Swing it back, airplane, all the way to Anjaneyasana. So drop the back knee. Inhale, arms reach up. Let the left knee come forward. And then set those hands down, curl the back toes under. We're shifting things around. Threading out the hamstrings and the glutes. Where are they today? What do they need from you? Definitely tenderness. Definitely a little softness. Couple more like that. Next time you bend into the left knee, stay. Keep the right hand down. Float that left arm up to the sky. Find your twist. Left hand finds its way back. We're in our three-legged dog. Float the left leg up. And then set the left toes down. Round forward to plank. Chest is lifted. Exhale, chaturanga, one line. Inhale. Find your way back, exhale. Left leg lifts again, so same leg. Knee draws forward to the nose, step the foot in between the hands. Here we go, arms out to the side. Our plane is launching, we're flying. Good, let that right knee draw back up to the chest, arms up. And here we are, Utkatasana. That was so much fun, we're gonna build on that. So as you exhale, skier's pose. Lift off. And as you inhale, come back to Utkatasana, but let that left knee float up into the chest. Good. As you exhale, we're going to transition back to our warrior three. You can keep the arms long. You can bring them out like airplane wings. Stepping into a high lunge this time. Good. So bend into your right knee. Lift those arms. Hands are going to come to the heart. Let's find a little twist here. Good. Top elbow points up. Gazing up. Breathe here. Squeezing those inner thighs towards each other. Two more breaths here. All right, as you exhale, we're going to set the hands down. We're going to walk them all the way back towards the left foot. Bend the left knee, straighten through that right leg. Little runner's lunge. There's no right, there's no wrong. Just soften into it here. We're going to shift back to the right. To do this a few times. Right, we're just surrendering into those inner thighs. So come back to the left. And then bring yourself to the right. Good, one more each time. So find your way back. And then as you come forward to the right foot, turn the right foot back to face the front of the room. You're going to come to the pinky toe edge of your left foot and the pinky toe edge of your right foot. Right arm reaches up to the sky. As you inhale, you're lifting the hips, floating the right arm over. As you exhale, you're lowering the left hip, reaching the right arm back. Yep. IT band. Inhale, lift. Exhale it back. 2 more. Beautiful, Alice. Nice. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Bring the right hand back around. We're going to meet in downward dog. So you decide how you get there. What's going to work for you here. You want your vinyasa, go for it. Good. Just shake out the head, Tony, if you can. Nice, Kim. Right leg's gonna lift. Inhale it nice and high. Exhale, draw the knee towards your nose, shift forward, step the foot in between the hands. Inhale, arms like airplane wings. Here we go, we're flying again. Float that back leg off the mat into your airplane. Good. And then draw the knee up as you reach the arms up. Set the feet together, Utkatasana. Letting those heels ground you. Here's that arch in the low back, right? So we're tipping the pelvis. As you exhale, find your diver's pose. Press into the toes, lift the heels, float those arms up, palms up today. So squeeze those triceps. As you inhale, we're coming back towards Utkatasana, but this time we lift the right knee up into the chest as we come up. You can always add more with a straightening of the leg, up to you. Here we go, swinging it back, arms out to the side or forward, you decide, softening the left knee, here we go. High crescent warrior, beautiful, so be nice. Hands draw to the heart, we're gonna twist again, second side, right elbow outside left knee, draw your gaze up. Rolling those inner thighs towards each other. So we're squeezing here. We're drawing the navel to the spine. You've got this, right? Two more breaths. We held this for quite a while on the first side. As you exhale, set the hands down. We're walking all the way to the inside of that right foot, so back of your mat. Maybe you're going to get to the place where you lift the toes this time. But we're going back and forth. So just surrender, just soften. We have nowhere to be. I had nowhere to be on that ski slope. I didn't need to rush to the bottom. Just that feeling of being taken along at a different pace, of something telling me to slow down and appreciate it. It's a powerful thing. So walk the hands forward now. Lift off your right heel. We're coming all the way to the pinky toe side of that foot. Pinky toe side of the left foot too. So your left knee's out, arm up. Come back forward. Then bring your right hand inside your left foot. So come off, you're facing the front of the room again. There you go. Now, pinky toe edge. You're in. Left arm up. Over the ears, you lift the hip. Exhale, lower the hip. Reach that left arm back. Inhale it up. Exhale, lower. Inhale it up. Exhale, lower it down. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, lower it down. Good. And then float the hands around. We're meeting in our downward dog. So if you feel like skipping a vinyasa or doing something else, do it. When we listen, when we surrender a little bit and soften, we see the way. It's really amazing. Left leg's gonna lift nice and high up. Flex the foot. Exhale, draw that knee towards your nose. Shift forward, step the foot. Draw the belly in, arms out like airplane wings. We're taking off again. We are flying. Lift that back leg. As we pendulum swing, we draw the right knee up towards the chest. And step the feet down. Let's just take a moment before we keep going. Hands to the heart. Ask yourself, where do I need to soften? And it may not be somewhere physically in your body. There may be something in the mind. You just need to soften into it. Right? That resistance, that wind that's blowing you back, maybe you just need to let it slow you down. All right, here we go. Open your eyes. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, come into your diver's pose. Lift the heels rather. Squeeze those triceps. Tuck the tail. Inhale as you come back to your Utkatasana. Left knee lifts up. Maybe we're straightening the leg. As we move our way back to Warrior 3, set the toes down. Come into your high crescent lunge. Good. This time we're going to windmill it open to Warrior 2. So ground the back foot, bend into your front knee, reach the arms forward and back. Press into the outer edge of your back foot. Yep, you can lift through your inner arch. Yep, that's it. So you're going to press the outside. Turn your palms up. Reverse your warrior. Stay bent in your front knee. Good, Alex. Beautiful, Erica. Good, and then we're gonna bring that right forearm to the right side, and we're gonna lift that left arm all the way up to the sky. Let's do some big circles. Release some of that tension in the shoulder. So swinging the arm forward and down and up again. Good. And then you get to decide what you want to do here. Arm can go over the ear. If you want to play with your bind, great opportunity to do so. Nice, Maureen. Beautiful. So top arm might wrap. Good. Just let that shoulder lift up towards the sky. Think about the outer edge of that back foot because that back leg really anchors us here. Nice and slow, we're softening into it. So release whatever you've got going on with your bind. Left hand's gonna come down inside the right foot. Left heel's gonna lift, right arm reaches up to the sky. So opportunity first to stay here, to bend and wrap the upper arm, or to come into a side plank. So pinky toe edge of the back foot, just like we did before. And then either the top foot plants, or you stack the legs for your full side plank. Good. Arm can float over the ear. Erica's doing a forearm version. Feel free to do that if you have any wrist issue, any tenderness today in your wrist, do it on your forearm. And let's move through our vinyasa. If you want it, or meet us in downward dog. Good. So right leg's gonna lift, same leg, inhale. As you exhale, bend your knee, draw to your nose, step the foot in between your hands, lift the chest, arms, high crescent warrior. Good, coming back through our airplane, so arms out to the side. This time if you want to and you want to interlace them, feel free, floating that left leg up. Good, arms reach up, leg comes forward. See if you can straighten it now. And we're back, Utkatasana. Stay in your inhale here. And then exhale, diver's pose. Or skier. It's called skier or diver. I've been calling it diver, but the point of it is that it's skier. Inhale. Come back into your Utkatasana. Float that right knee up as you go. And once again, we're coming back. Opening it out, we're flying airplane. Set the foot down, arms up. This time we get to move to warrior two, so plant the back heel. Reach that left arm forward, right arm back this time. Yes, it's always confusing. Yoga poses have multiple names, a lot of them. Turn your palms up as you inhale. Reverse your warrior as you exhale. Stay nice and bent. Work towards straightening the arm off if you can. Yep. And then we'll bring that left forearm onto the left side. Let the right arm reach all the way up. And let's do those circles first. So circle the right arm down a few times and then back up. Softening in. Even if you say it to yourself like a mantra, surrender, surrender, surrender. When we hold on to things so tightly, we can break them, right? We can squeeze them to the point where they don't resemble what we thought. Sometimes we just have to soften. So you decide from here, arm over the ear, or any kind of a bind you might want. So wrapping that right arm behind, coming into half or full. Good morning. Nice, Kim. And I can't see your arm, but I'm going to assume it's in a good spot. Beautiful, Tony. Nice, Amanda. If you can, look up to the sky. Amanda. Yep, beautiful. All righty. As you exhale, both hands are going to come down. Good. Right hand stays inside the left foot, left arm up. Good. We're coming to the pinky toe side of that back foot. If you feel like stacking both legs this time for side plank, go ahead. If you don't. Just say, okay, that wind is blowing me and I'm just gonna let it slow me down. I don't need to go there. I don't need to go fast and go to the extreme. I can just enjoy where I am. 2 more breaths. Then we'll meet in downward dog. So if you feel like skipping something, go ahead. If you want your vinyasa, now's the time. Downward dog. Beautiful, guys. Left leg's gonna lift. Inhale. As you exhale, knee draws to the nose, step it forward in between the hands. Come on up, high crescent lunge. Good. If you want to, if you interlace on the first side, you want to try it again. Do the alternate threading of the hands, something different. Reach the arms back. Come into your warrior three. Softening into that standing leg. I know you're getting resistance here. And then hug the knee up into the chest. Maybe the leg straightens, arms reach out. And come back to standing. Whew. All right, we're just gonna do a nice old-fashioned forward fold right now. So feet hip distance, hands on your hips, elbows pointing back behind you, little baby back bend here. So belly in. As you exhale, let's fold, slide the hands down the legs, wherever they go, they go. Maybe you grab your big toes, maybe not. Just surrender into the resistance. Shake out the head. Okay. Release those toes, heel toe your feet so they're parallel. We're gonna come into our chair, Utkatasana. Inhale. Good. Exhale into skier's pose, lift off the heels, palms up. As you inhale, and we make our way back to Utkatasana, left knee is gonna float up. Yep, here we are. So keep the knee bent this time. We're gonna twist from here. So right hand comes to left knee, left arm reaches behind. If you feel like more You want to straighten the leg, go ahead. Soften into that resistance of the standing leg. So it's strong, it's powerful. It doesn't mean you just let it turn into jello, but energetically you soften. You soften the rigidity and the judgment. Release the leg, swing it behind you. We're gonna come into Ardha Chandrasana half moon. So lots of ways to do that. You could float into it. You could keep that right hand hovering, or you can bring it all the way down. You can put your hand on a block. Beautiful, Toby. Sorry, thank you. Press into the big toe side of your foot. Yes. Good. Top hand's gonna come down. We're finding a standing split. Shake out that head. And we are gonna transition from here into revolved half moon. So the opposite hand stays down and the other arm comes up. Yep. Beautiful, guys. Where are you feeling resistance? Top hand comes back down again. So we are meeting in our triangle forward bend, right? Our Utkatasana. But if anybody wants to play in their handstands right now, it's a good time to practice this idea, right? So you just bring the chest forward. You need that little arch of the upper back. You need the belly strong. We've done lots of floating, graceful transitions. So you might find an opportunity for some more airtime, right? Just playtime. If not, no. Okay. So soften into your right knee. You're going to bend into it, and you're going to walk the left leg back behind you and bring both hands to the inside of the foot and drop the back knee. Lizard pose. Maybe forearms come down, right knee draws in towards your shoulder. You can roll into the outer edge of that front foot today if you want. I'm so vigilant always about asking you to keep the knee in, but today it's all about softening. So where do you need to go? I'm gonna wiggle around a little bit. All right, press up into the hands. We're gonna walk the right foot to the center of your mat. So we're back in an Anjaneyasana. We were here at the very beginning of class. Hands are gonna come to the heart and we're gonna twist again. Left elbow outside, right knee. So you decide, I'm actually just gonna switch my position for the home folks. You decide from here. We're gonna move towards lifting the back knee, but there may be a couple of us that wanna play with the bind first. Easier to get into the bind when the knee is down. So right arm wraps around, left arm wraps underneath the thigh. And then we're gonna, either way, whether you're bound or not, we're gonna lift the back knee. Good. Squeeze the glutes. Yep. Okay, so whether you're bound or not, we're gonna step this left foot up to meet the right. And whether you're bound or not, we're gonna lift this right leg up. Go figure, we're on the second side. Okay, so here we are. Right arm reaches behind, left knee lifts. You decide here. We're actually on the same, are we on the same side? I'm so confused because I'm doing it both ways. We're on the second side, right? Okay, I was like, this works at home. I'm just making sure. Okay, so hand on knee or hand on foot, you decide. Good, breathe here. 2 more breaths, you guys got it. All right, we're gonna bring the leg back. We're transitioning our way into half moon, remember? So If you want to try with that floating half moon, go for it. Maybe you're just going to find the right amount of tension to hold that. But if it takes so much work, if there's so much tension involved, then just soften. Let go, soften into the resistance, bring your hand to the floor, to a block. That wind blowing me back when I was skiing, it almost brought me to stop. Like I wasn't moving for a couple seconds. And I had this strong temptation to get my pose and to work and fight and get and move. And I realized, where am I rushing to? Hand down, standing split. Like take in this moment, just let it do its thing. And we're going to keep coming to revolve half moon. So opposite hand stays down. And we're floating it up. You got it. Breathe. So we're back in our standing split. We're meeting in that triangle forward bend. So go right there if you'd like. There may be a couple of us that want to play in that handstand housing space. So again, same thing, just soften, just surrender. No judgment, you've got this, right? Just place on. Maybe one leg stays down, the other floats up. Just breathe here, surrendering into it. Okay, bend the left knee, walk the right foot long behind you, drop the knee. Bring your left foot out to the left, hands to the inside of the foot, or you're coming on your forearm. Knees moving into the shoulder, or maybe today you just feel like softening. Letting the knee float out, wiggling it around, getting into those hips. We'll go in there next. Okay, press up into the hands. Walk your foot towards the center of your mat, coming into your Anjaneyasana, arms up. Hands are going to come to the heart. We're twisting now, opposite elbow outside the knee. So you get to decide if you want to take this further into any kind of a bind, but we are going to lift the back knee. So just establish the foundation that works for you. Lift the back knee. Good. Squeeze your right buttocks as you lift. Beautiful. Stepping the back foot up to meet the front and then lifting that left knee up. Good. And setting the foot down. Whew, good job, you guys. All right, it's all downhill from here. We're almost down our mountain. Inhale, Utkatasana. One more little skiers pose. Exhale, press into the toes, lift the heels, arms back. This time, just come right back into your Utkatasana. And exhale, forward fold. We're going to meet in a downward dog, so feel free to skip a vinyasa if you'd like. Inhale. Exhale it back. Good. Our right leg is going to lift. You're going to bend the right knee and stack that right hip. So open it all the way out. Pressing in through both hands. And then draw the right knee towards your right wrist and ankle towards your left wrist. And we're coming to pigeon. So flatten the back foot. Fold forward. Let the head be soft. Just let it go. Whatever resistance you might be storing here, Just soften into it. Let's make our way back to downward dog. Shake out the right leg. Just wiggle it all around. Good. And then we'll lift the left leg, bend the left knee, stack the left hip, press through both hands. And then draw the left knee towards your left wrist, ankle towards your right wrist, flattening the back foot, fold forward. Just give yourself the gift of just surrendering in. You don't have to fight so hard. You can just soften. Slowly make your way back to downward dog. Shake out the left leg. And then we're going to make our way through to seated. Good. And we're going to come into half Verasana. So you're going to bend the right knee behind you. I just need a little cushion for my foot because my toe hurts. So that's what I'm doing. So you're going to have your right thigh stretching. We're just going to stretch into the quads and hip flexors. All that lifting up is intense. So instead of folding forward, we're not going to do that because we're running out of time. We're going to just walk back so we can get this hip flexor stretched a little bit. So you might find your way all the way down or not. Just soften. If you feel any knee pain at all, back off this. Come back up on your forearms or sit up straight. Two more breaths here. And then transition up the way you came down. And we'll switch. So straighten the right leg, then the left knee. Good. So stay here. Continue back. Maybe lowering halfway or all the way back. And then draw yourself back up. float the left leg forward. We're going to bend both knees. Slowly transition onto your back. One final back bend, whatever you feel like today. Bridge, Urvadhanasana. You can even work into something like Matsyasana, where you come onto the top of the head. Elbows stay down, legs might lift, arms might lift. Very similar work that we did today. Good. Make sure your thighs are parallel to each other, Toby, so squeeze a little more. Yep. And then lower it all down. Good. Knees are going to stay bent, feet are going to stay wide. So we started our practice by swaying the knees from side to side seated. We're going to do the same thing. So knees go side to side. And then the next time both knees float over towards the left, you're going to take the left foot and settle it on top of the right knee, if that feels okay. Arms will come in a T. Let's turn the palms down and then gaze over your right shoulder. And there's an opportunity to bring the arms over the head. Take the right wrist with your left fingers and just get a bit of a deeper stretch into your TFL, IT band. Up to you. So all that work so we can get nice and juicy and soft. We're going to switch that out now. So set the left foot down, swing both knees over to the right. Once you're there, the right foot is going to rest on top of the left knee. Arms can be out, palms facing down or up. This time, right fingertips might grab left wrist. Just gently pull the arm up. Nice stretch through the TFL. Where do we hold the resistance and how do we fight it? This is our opportunity to notice that. To soften and surrender a bit. Because with that comes freedom, comes lightness. Release this out. We'll slowly make our way into our Shavasana. Just a few moments together. Eyes closed. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And let your arms reach all the way over your head and stretch nice and long. And then draw your knees into your chest. And make your way onto your right side. Just take a moment to soften, to surrender to your space in this moment. There is no rush. Then find your way up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to your heart, close your eyes. Thank you so much for sharing your wonderful energy with me today. I wish everybody a fabulous day. Namaste. Thank you guys. Good job today. That was tough practice.